Hello, everybody. This is Ramrod. Welcome to Ramrod Rants. We are going to be talking about the mass shootings that's been going on, El Paso and in Ohio. It's kind of depressing. You can reach me if you have any comments, complaints, or concerns. Reach me at ramrodrant333@gmail.com. That's RAMRODRANTS333@gmail.com. That's RAMRODRANTS333@gmail.com. I'd like to thank my sponsors, She Golden and Mama How You Cook This. I want to talk about these mass shootings. I don't know what, and I'm not going to say this world. It's not fair to say this world. I don't know what the United States have come to. I don't know what's going on. It's almost developing into like a little civil war. I don't get it. You got these two guys. The one in Ohio was killed. Okay, by the police. The one in El Paso was taken into custody. Okay, I might have that reversed, but I don't care. I don't care about that. What I care about is that these mass shootings coming out, these white nationalists coming out saying, they're doing this because they don't want them in our country, and they don't want these people in our country, or they don't want blacks. Blacks should be dead. Blacks should be killed. What the hell is going on? Who gives anybody the right to determine who's going to be around and who won't be around? Okay? And the first fucking thing that they say is the mental health system failed these two. Oh, come on. Your manifesto said you was white nationalists. You praise what Trump said. You praise David Duke. You praising all these people, but it's a mental issue. It's a freaking mental issue that you go out and killing people. How the fuck? The boy's mama called the police a few weeks before he went out and shot those people in Ohio and said, my son just bought an AK-47 and I think something is going to go wrong with this purchase. I think something's going to happen. They told her, it's okay. He's got the right to own an AK-47. He has the right to own a gun. That's what they said a couple weeks before all that happened. Let that have been a black person. That some white person that lived down the street say, hey, I think I saw him take an AK-47 in his house. The police would have came and blew that house away. I mean, that's the saddest part about it. You have obvious people that are doing obvious things wrong and getting off because of the color of their skin. Blacks often fight for equal justice. They are demanding to stop the injustices against them. Black and brown people. Let's put it that way. Black and brown people. But it's falling on deaf ears. Because why? Because McConnell got on the TV. I was about to curse. I'm trying to cut back. Got on freaking TV and said, we don't owe blacks reparations because we elected Barack Obama to the White House. That should appease them. That sumbitch actually believes what came out of his mouth. I mean, I'm not sure where I am on the reparations scale, but I know that shit wasn't called for. Tucker Carlson got on TV the other night saying white supremacy is a hoax, just like the Russia probe, like the Russia meddling. It was a hoax. It's just people trying to retain power. He actually said white supremacy is a hoax. And the saddest part about that shit is you got people out there believing that. You got people out there believing that shit. Now, one cat told me the other day, we were talking. He's a Hispanic dude, no problem. We were talking about each other's shoes. And he said, well, leather is supposed to be like this, or shiny and everything. I said, well, it's dusty outside. I'm not going to, every time I walk outside, bend down and clean my shoes. I said, but, look at your shoes. I said, they just as dirty. You came out of the dust. Are you going to be down and wipe them off? He said, no, I'm not going to be down and wipe them off. And so he said, you and I had that conversation based on we know each other. He said, but you can go out in these streets and say something to somebody they think it's wrong, and they'll kill you for it. Yeah, that's true. If you're dealing with an idiot, they will kill you for it. I mean, why would you go up to a perfect stranger and say, hey, man, your shoes are dirty? It ain't none of your damn business. I mean, the only time you go up to a stranger, in my opinion, is when he's about to hurt somebody or he's hurting somebody, and it's your duty not to just walk past. I don't believe in just walking past a problem. Let's get this out the way first. Mass shootings. On top of the fucking mass shootings that we just had, not even 24 hours apart. Then you got ICE going to snatch 600-something people from their family. Now, let's not let the United States recover from these 2 mass shootings in less than 24 hours. Let's go grab some immigrants and take them away from their family. On the first day of school, let's do that. Where do you think that order came from? What jobs are they taking? What jobs are they taking? Jobs that we won't do. I can't work for no $6.50 an hour. I won't work for no $6.50 an hour unless I have to. Oh, I'm going to do what I have to do to take care of my family. If I have to go out there, if I lost my job today and had to go to McDonald's and get a job, I would. Because my pride takes back seat to my family. But us as Americans, not as African Americans, not as Hispanic Americans, Asian, whoever, is working these jobs or want to. I got people now I know who won't take a job under $15 an hour. And they don't have a fucking job. Their wife go to work every day working 2 motherfucking jobs. They got 3 kids. 2, 3, one of them got 4. Running around working their ass off. And hey, and I know you listen to my, well, what he African American? No. One of them is African American, 2 of them are white. Okay? Caucasian. European. Whatever you want to say. They don't want to work because it's less than $15 an hour. Now, but your wife is working 2 damn jobs to put food on the table. You ain't doing shit but sucking up air. So you too good to work for under $15 an hour. But you not too good to sit there and leech off of your wife and kids. What are you doing to contribute? Using electricity while the kids at school? And don't think they up cooking and cleaning the house. Don't think they're doing that. That's not man's work. See, that's where the society is now for a lot of us. Not most, for a lot. You'd rather not work at all and help your family out than be embarrassed to work at a clothing store, McDonald's, or Menards, or anything. You too ashamed to go out and cut grass. I got a lawn service that does my grass. He's not cheap. Okay, I admit that. He's not cheap. And the only reason I got a lawn service is not because I'm bougie and stuck up or nothing. It's because my riding lawnmower broke. Okay? I work a lot, and the people that fixed my riding lawnmower was going to hold it for like 6 to 7 weeks because they were so busy. There's nobody else in the area to fix it. So I couldn't let my grass grow that high because my HOA states I have to keep it a certain level. I had to hire a grass service, a lawn care service. So, I mean, I had to. Other than that, I'd be out there cutting my own grass. Even a push lawnmower. I have a push lawnmower, but my shit just too big. I'm old, and my sons come over. They'll cut it. They'll cut it too, but they got their own life. I shouldn't have to interrupt my sons' lives to come over. They got their own jobs. No. I'm not gonna do that. I'm young enough where I can still work and can afford a couple of things that considered luxury. So lawn care is one of them. And hopefully this same son of a bitch do snow care. Because I'm not pushing no damn snow this year either. I'm sick of this damn weather. Anyway, $15 an hour is $30,000 a year. Okay. Most of these cats' wives are CNAs or working in other places. They make about a total of $40,000 a year. Okay. And they get by pretty good. Now, don't get me wrong. Them wives are handling this shit. They get by real good. Them kids are always clean, dressed, fine. He's always clean and dressed. And what the one guy, he's not. Because he don't go nowhere. He just be in sweatpants and a t-shirt. But now imagine if they worked at McDonald's or someplace for $15 an hour or $14 an hour. Say they don't work for under 15, but they work for someplace $14 an hour. That's $28,000 a year for a full-time position. So if your wife is making $40,000 and you bring in 28, that's $68,000 a year. That's almost $70,000. Imagine if you're doing good with that 40. Imagine what you'd be doing with that damn 68. You know, you ain't no man of the house if you ain't getting your ass out there and work. Now, if you ain't got no legs and you can't work, or it's some reason, medical reason, you can't work, okay, I give you that. I'm not down on you. If you on Social Security and you can't work, everybody I know on Social Security right now, everybody I know that used to work, they miserable. They hate being on Social Security. They think it's taking handouts. And I have to sit down and talk to them and say, listen, you worked all your life. You've been working since you were 18, 19, 20, all these people. At 48, 49, you got hurt at your job. You can't work. You had to get on disability. You worked. You earned what you get. And these men, they feel like they half a man because they can't work and provide for their family, but they are providing. And they had provided for their family. But you got people out here that ain't never had a damn job. You got a tattoo on your neck. The fuck you gonna go to an interview with a tattoo on your neck? But anyway, I digress. You got these mass shootings. People saying that white supremacy is a hoax. A freaking few days after the mass shootings, you go pick up immigrants from their families. It's systematic. It was planned. And this is sad. You got one mass shooting, the next mass shooting. And they just caught a guy trying to walk into a Walmart with a backpack and a gun with 100 rounds. Okay. The president and some of the Senate came out and said it's these violent video games that are turning them into doing this. Violent video games. If the fathers wasn't in the household, they saying, if that's when they act up. They need their fathers back in the household. They said, these people are coming from single family households. The father is not there to guide them. We need to get back to fathers in the household. It's the video games that's making them do this. These violent video games. And let me tell you what pissed me off about Walmart. And I don't give a shit what nobody say. Walmart was my favorite goddamn store. It is. You go in there. If you feel bad about yourself, go to fucking Walmart. You'll see somebody in there worse off than you are. Make you feel better. It will make you feel better about yourself. They took the violent video games off the shelf yesterday. Why? Why? What is that going to do for mass killings? What is that going to do for police brutality? What is that going to do? What is that going to do for a man and his wife and their kids getting horrified with guns in their face at a dollar store because the little girl made a mistake and picked up a damn toy and walked out with it? The little girl, the baby girl. What does it mean when the police 8 deep pull up to your home, where you are at your home, and they ask you for ID because you're at your home? Then beat the hell out of you when you don't show it to them and get away with it. The policeman that choked the guy deaf in New York, system recommended he got fired, that he gets fired. They just suspended him for now. I don't know what's going to happen later on, but he's suspended. The young lady cop that went up to another floor and killed the guy in his apartment, that trial just got over, but they're going to appeal. She got found guilty. The fucking child molester in Florida, with the brothel of young girls, got off the first time because he's white and rich. He reports to prison every day after he goes to work. Did that for a year. Now he's back again. Prosecutor made a deal to get him off. These women that paid for their kids to go to Ivy League schools, bullshitting test scores, faking pictures that they was on crew teams, paying thousands upon thousands and thousands of dollars to get them in. Ain't shit gonna happen to them. What do they say? They facing 2-3 months in jail. In prison, if that, in probation. And the 2 women who lied about where they live to get their kids in a better school system got 5 years in prison. They were black though. These people are white, rich. Lied about it. The people that they found that voted a few times, nothing happened to them because they were white. Girl got out of prison. Her parole officer didn't tell her that she couldn't vote because she was a felon. She voted. She went right back to prison. No understanding, no forgiveness, no nothing. Why? Because she's black. And that's not the saddest part about it. The saddest part about it is a lot of people can't see this. When my white friends come to me and say, well, I don't have a racist bone in my body. I feel sorry for what people are going through. And I understand, I know you don't understand. Albeit you more than likely are not racist, but you don't understand what it's like for a black man to walk these streets in America, to drive these roads in America. You don't understand what it's like. You don't understand what it's like to be an immigrant. Everybody always looking at you. You got white people that's just rose to power now. White nationalism, racist people, they empowered now. They're emboldened. They can do stuff outwardly now. They can say what they want to say because the president's saying it. The Senate wants him there because that's what they want. That's what they think. That's what they feel. He's out there saying it. He's empowering these people. That's why they're going out here doing it. This doesn't make any damn sense. I used to love taking cross-country road trips. But we have to watch, as minorities, black and brown people, have to watch where we stop to eat. Have to watch where we go. Have to watch how fast we drive. Have to watch if we got our windows down. Because if they see you black, they're going to pull you over. So you got to have a lot of air conditioning if it's summertime outside. You got to do a lot of stuff. We got to stop these mass shootings. Okay, I understand. Gun reform. That may help. Okay, but talking about it, don't do shit. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Australia ended they shit 3 days after that mass shooting. And Chris Rock said it best. And I know he was joking about it, but this makes so much goddamn sense. So what you bought the guns? Charge $500 for a bullet. I think Chris Rock said $100. Charge a couple $100 for a bullet. Okay? Shit. I bet you they don't put no 100 damn bullets in no gun then. Hell. You know, I just hope we can come to some type of conclusion with this. I can't take too many more mass shootings in this country. I really can't. And I was asking somebody else. I was saying, you don't see too many minority mass shooters or domestic terrorists. And they said, well, the DC sniper. Okay, yeah, you're right. You got me. I said, but name some more. I said, name another one. I know there's one out there, but I can't name either. Name one. Domestic terrorism has risen a lot since President Trump started campaigning. Not since he became president, since he started campaigning. He ran a racist campaign. He speaks racist. He has no love for nobody but his family and money. I just hope whatever we do, we can get somebody in that office that can bring us back together, because this country is divided. This country is divided. And it's two things you can't change on people. It's politics and religion. You can't. Country is divided. So we need to come up and do something about it. I don't know what, but I don't like talking about this mass shooting because it's really depressing. So we got to do something about it. I don't have a racist bone in my body, but hopefully, you know, if stuff like this keep happening, people's mindset is going to change, and we don't need that. You can comment on this at ramrawrants333@gmail.com. ramrawrants333@gmail.com. I'd like to thank my sponsors, She Golden and Mama How You Cook This. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.